don't know, to be honest, maybe Lee Adams, just because he's someone I always looked up to, and be interesting to ride like him. Considering it'd be interesting to ride with him, considering a lot of people compare me to him. Well, we're here, aren't we? That's Glasgow for sure. No, it's an awesome track, and it's been coming on in leaps and bounds in the last couple of seasons, and this is probably the best it's ever been. So hopefully onwards and upwards from here. Castagna. I only just found out the actual name isn't Packer. No, he's got a cool mustache and style king.
What is his name?
Michelle, Michele, I think. I don't know what the pronunciation is, but it's something Michelle, I don't know. Because I saw it on an FIM thing, I was like, who Castagna? Is you got a relative or something? But no, it's Michele or Michelle. One L and then an E. I thought of that when I was a young kid, even before I was really starting Speedway, because I had the idea that I'm going into Speedway, and I thought, right, well, I need a nickname. And then I thought, you're going around in circles, and I just assumed if I'm going so fast, I'll create a tornado. So it's kind of stuck, and yeah, it's pretty good thinking from young me. Oh, it's got to be Cammy. He loves a bit of Taylor Swift, I think. That's a tough one because there's a few nice ones out there. Red Car is always fun, but I think my favourite track for whatever reason was always Newcastle. I enjoyed going there, and it's a fun little track. There wasn't a lot of passing, but it was fun, and I always had some good chats with the staff and all that. So no, we'll miss it. Not a conscious routine, not something I do every time, but obviously I check that the fuel's switched on and that my oil's switched on every 2 seconds, and I've just noticed in my videos, and a few other people have commented on it, that because I wear a neck brace, it doesn't sit funny or anything, it's fitted perfectly, but they say I'm constantly pushing it up before the start line, like I'm just constantly pushing it up, get it up every, like, right in the last second before we go to green lights. So it's not something I notice, and it's not that it's uncomfortable. It's just something that happens. Yeah, I don't know how I developed that. I don't know. I've had a few good runs with everyone this season. I think this season we've had some good team riding amongst us. But no, Ben's done me some favors. He done me a really good favor at Birmingham. Got me into second. He's winning the race and got me into second place. But it was a tough battle, and I ended up coming out third anyway. But no, we've had some good team riding this season. We're all sort of looking out for each other, and it's a couple of blips here or there. But no, overall, I like riding with everyone, to be honest. This season's been my biggest season, I would say. I've competed my first European meetings, did quite well in them. Rode for GB twice this season, and my very first heat against some world-class riders, I just went out and won it like it was nothing. So yeah, no, I suppose that's a few highlights, and moving out of the reserve berth for a couple of meetings was also good. It's a nice experience, and hopefully something that I can make stick in the next season. I don't know, there's not really one person I can say, but there's been a couple of good races around Ashfield where I've just been unstoppable. Even surprising me, just coming off the second corner thinking like I'm going to win this race, and I'm sitting in last at that moment. So I suppose it's not really that I'm proud of beating anyone, but I'm just proud of a couple of really, really good races I've had over here.
Is it a team you're proud of beating?
Oh, well, I suppose, there's the good old Edinburgh versus Glasgow. We always like getting one over Edinburgh. But, every match is good to win. And I think the only match that really matters is the one at the end of the season in the grand final. So hopefully we can get there and get it won and done. Never get injured and then just ride like a maniac.
Rubber man?
Yeah, made of rubber, something like that. That's up in the air at the moment. I'm not too sure what's going on next season just yet. I'm just sort of focusing on the end of this season and making sure I can finish strong and put myself in the shop window for whoever's looking. Probably just starting it. It's my first season I've ever started, and I started the season really strong and got myself to number 2 in a couple of meetings. So I suppose, you know, just such good improvements been a highlight of mine for this season, because it's something I always strive for. In the GPs, I haven't really watched much of it this year, to be honest, but you know, you got to admire Dan Bewley going out and winning 2 in a row. You know, he went from 0 to hero in the GPs, and it's something you can really respect. You know, people might have wrote it off as a fluke the first time, you know, GB, soil and all that, and then he just went out and won the next one like it was nothing. So no, I suppose you can really respect that, because I think in the second meeting he didn't even have that good a meeting through the heats, but you know, as I say, it's the last heat that counts, and he just went out and won it. So I think this season it's sort of an underdog story, and to get himself into a podium finishing position now for the end of the season is just admirable. I'd say as it stands right now, probably not. You know, I'm riding the under Team GB and 4 British titles and all of that. So, you know, it's something I can keep focusing on, is just to keep trying to get those titles under my belt. And, you know, it's a lot cheaper to travel within the UK than it is overseas, especially to Australia. And it's a lot of effort. You know, I could see myself go back for a holiday and see my friends and family, but yeah, I don't know what the future holds.
Air guitar or eardrums?
Air guitar.
Cars or bikes?
Bikes.
Cash or card?
Cash.
Lose sleep or skip a meal?
Definitely losing sleep.
Animals or people?
Animals.
Movies or books?
Movies.
Board games or video games?
Video games.
KFC or McDonald's?
I said KFC, but I don't know, it's hard to say. Depends what I'm feeling like.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Andrew or Coke?
Coke.